the way that we push ourselves on social media with like the short videos and stuff like that. There's a lot of like, oh, who the fuck are these guys? This fucking Lemmy rip-off bullshit band, you know? And they don't know the fucking actual story behind the band or why we're the way we are or what our fucking mission is or how we are, in fact, our own thing entirely based on that alone, you know? And so there'll be people there at certain gigs that you kind of have to win over or just, you know, blow them to smithereens one way or the other, whether they like it or not. But that was just one of those gigs where it just felt like, I don't know if it's because we're from the UK and they maybe don't get a lot of UK bands over there. So it's just exciting, you know, but there was just excitement. And it's great when you get a gig like that, you know.
Yeah, yeah, really cool to hear, man. And that is bullshit. The people who will just like Motorhead rip off or whatever. And I think you even said somewhere that someone like called you like an industry plant, which is fucking like ridiculous.
Yeah, fucking hell. What was this was, you know, it's something that again I can kind of see why people jump to that conclusion because we're a band that, you know, you a lot of people are only just seeing for the first time. We've got a studio there that we've spent like the last 5 years, you know, kind of saving up for to fucking make this thing happen and putting all the fucking soundproofing in and getting it all to the level that it's at. And we've got Marshalls that have been acquired over the band's 30-year long career. And so, but anyone who's just like walking in and going like, oh, who's this? And it's like, oh, look at these privileged twats. You know, they don't see the hard work that's gone into that. So it's like if you have something, it must have been given to you. And in the case of this band, it's like the amount of fucking hardships we've had to overcome and that we have to overcome just to keep fucking going. You know, it's like it's quite easy for people on social media to just see that one video where none of that is shown or mentioned or alluded to. They're just going to think, oh, look at these privileged cunts. I don't have that. They do. You know, fuck them. So I see
Yeah.
where it comes from, you know, but that's just something that people will see over time that, you know, they'll see our character and who we are as people because we're not going away, you know. So it's
Yeah,
one of those things.
it definitely is the price of like working an algorithm, because you get kind of everybody, and then the people
Yeah.
who stick will become the fans. So you kind of are going through this filter of like and just seeing how people react. So of course you're gonna get like
Yeah.
shitheads, you know what I mean? Which sucks. And it's kind of just a part of the game at this point, unfortunately.
Yeah, I
Um,
saw some. I saw a video just this morning. Actually, it said something like um, how to make sure your video goes viral every time. And I thought some people want that. You want to have like 200,000 comments of people that have no fucking idea about what they're commenting on, just talking like pure bullshit, you know? Because that's the thing. So many people in these like TikTok comment sections and stuff these days. It's like some form of a friend of mine called it well actually ism. It's like they always have some kind of well actually, no, you're doing it wrong. Oh, well, actually, it's this way. Or like, you know, you'll be feeding your dog and someone will say that you're giving them the wrong dog food or you shouldn't feed them at that time of day or you're using the wrong bowl for the dog food or there'll be some kind of way in which you're doing it wrong and people in the comment section just have to point it out. And we find ourselves I think the video we put up yesterday, I'm like winding up cable for some headphones. And I said to Stell as I was doing it, I said, people have got to comment on this and say that I'm winding it up the wrong way, you know, because and it's just one of those things that you just kind of, you know, if anything, just lean into it, you know, because engagement is engagement, whichever way you slice it. But I don't think it's like desirable to go fucking viral every single time, and nor is it healthy because I mean, we try and reply to just about every comment that we get because a lot of the time it's, you know, genuine fans that we feel we owe them the fucking world. But of course, you have a lot of comments if something goes viral from people that, you know, are far from fans. You know, even though they're exhibiting all the fan behavior of engaging with your post, like, you know, they're fucking haters. And so, you know, it's kind of like we want to reply to everybody. And sometimes someone will leave a comment that's like, it might be a bit of a snidey comment with a bit of a bad vibe to it. But I think if you just immediately label them as a hater, then you can kind of turn them away and it just kind of shows your own, lack of development as an individual. Like, if you can greet their comments with some degree of like, not a big fucking ego reaction, and just calmly like explain why they're wrong or whatever, then a lot of the times you can win these people over and they're like, oh, cool, I didn't know that, you know? So that's sometimes a good thing to do, but um, it's kind of fun, replying to comments and just building that rapport with the audience. So then we go out to a gig and we'll see people that we've never met before, but we've had like 20 comment exchanges on the internet, and we kind of know them from their profile picture or whatever. And it's like, oh, it's you. And it feels rewarding to do that, as opposed to like, a lot of bands that don't really engage with their audience. And I feel like that, like, not only are the fans missing out, but the band's missing out as well on just that kind of fucking connection.